Taurus, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Taurus, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your readings and then clarify it. Okay, so let us get started. All right, Taurus, hope you guys are doing well. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So here we go, Taurus. Two for Taurus for their highest good. Two cards for Taurus for their highest good. All right. All right, so it says, they say, desert storm, there's a divine plan. Wow. So maybe you can't see what's in front of you. Maybe you can't see the path clearly. Maybe you're stuck, you know, maybe you feel like, oh, okay, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing, you know. Still stay with it because there is a divine plan for you. And remember, the universe always has a plan for us. Our God or creator does. And then you have first light, beginning a new cycle. Wow. So definitely. And it looks like there's a leaf right there that looks like fall. So you are on this new path, new cycle. So just be ready, okay? Because things are going to change. Wow. It's pushing you forward. The universe is pushing you forward. All right, so let's do this, Taurus. Take what resonates, Taurus, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I did pre-shuffle the cards before I started the reading. Just like waking them up. Here we go. Take what resonates with you, Taurus, and leave the rest. This is for Taurus for their highest good. One for the current, one for the situation, one for the past, and one for the what's hidden. This is the past or now. One for the hopes and fears, one for the what you need to do now. Wow. One for the what you need to work on, and you need the outcome. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting, you guys. Interesting. All right, so let me get my little cart ready so I can put my cards in here. Hold on, you guys. Ooh, it's my cards. Okay. Oh, here they are. All right. Push this back. Put my phone on top of there. Okay. So Taurus, you begin with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is talking about, you know, you're really overthinking a lot. If you see this card, she has her head in her hands. You know, she's like, she doesn't know what to do. She's worried. She's frustrated, you know. So there may be something that you're thinking about, overthinking about. We'll see. Then you have the Hangman. They want you to see things differently. They want you to have patience for everything. Surrender the past. Let it go. And just keep moving forward. We'll see with all these cards. And then this is for now or the past. This is the past or now. They're asking you to get some rest, to really nurture yourself, because you do have this card where, you know, you're starting to love yourself, resting yourself, taking it easy for yourself instead of everybody else. You also have the King of Pentacles. Hold on, you guys. Checking my incense here. Okay, good. You do have the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is saying that, you know, you're very independent. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is saying that, you know, you're creating a strong foundation for yourself. You have that stability. You're going to be able to handle anything that comes your way. And I feel like there is abundance here. Like, you know how to handle your money and your finances, which is good. You have the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands says, don't rush into anything. Don't zip through things. You know, I know your things are going to go through. You're going to go through a lot of changes right now, because I do see the Death card here. You are going through this huge transformation. You know, you're on this new path. You know, just don't rush into anything. Okay, really take your time. Even though you feel you're going to be feeling impulsive, you're going to be feeling excited. You know, you're wanting to conquer the world. But you really take your time. Okay. You do have the Death card for what you need to do now, and you are going through a huge transformation, which is talking about that you're no longer the same person you used to be anymore. You're not doing the same things anymore. None of us are. I know I'm not. And my goodness, it's like crazy, weird. But this is what we call a transformation. This is what we call a rebirth. This is what we call reborn. So this is what you're going through right now. So take it easy on yourself, okay? All these changes are hard to go through. You have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands talking about that people are recognizing you. There could also be people talking behind your back, or they're just watching you. So be careful with that. I do feel like there is some kind of victory and success here, so it's really good. And your efforts are paying off. You know, all the hard work that you've been doing, they're paying off. And then you have the Six of Cups here for the outcome, and the outcome is talking about you know, being very nostalgic, thinking about old times, you know, when you were with the family and stuff like that. You know, maybe you're wishing that it could be the same again, or you know, you're just thinking of people, you know, people that have passed, people that have been in your life, you know, stuff like that. You're just being very nostalgic. I also feel like you're going through a healing. You're going through a lot, you know, because you're going through this transformation that's here. Nice. All right. So, you know, when we go through transformations and healings, that's a big thing, because not only are they coming up to the surface, but you know, you're thinking a lot. You're in your mind a lot. And, you know, you do have that Nine of Swords here. Remember just to take it easy, ground yourself, make sure you're drinking water, you know, really get some sleep, and, you know, let everything just come in. Okay. Even though it's scary, change is scary, but, you know, for most of us, it's good. You know, for a lot of us, we need it. Okay. All right. So, Taurus, take what resonates with you, Taurus, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Taurus. You're starting off really good, though. I mean, there's a lot here, but there's not too much that you're just like, you're going to be going through a lot, but you have a lot, you know, that you yourself need to have patience for, you know, and you really need to start taking some rest. Okay. Whew, okay. Here we go. All right. So Taurus, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Why is the Nine of Swords? Wow. Okay. Definitely. So you've been in your mind a lot. Maybe you want things to keep pushing forward. You know, have been worried about things, having a lot of anxiety, but you don't need to worry anymore. You're on this new path now. Okay. Try to leave that negative mindset behind. You're on this new path. You know, the World card is here, of course, because you have the first light, new beginning, and this is also a new beginning. The world is turning for you, a new chapter is coming in for you, so it's really nice. You know, really move with it. You really move forward with it. You know, go and do what you want to do. You know, use this new cycle for something good, something brand new that you want to create, that you want to do. Okay. You also have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands says you're definitely moving forward. You're leaving a lot of things behind and changing a lot. So it's good. There's celebration here. There's moving forward. Find your patience. Okay. Really have patience for everything. I do feel like it could also be some kind of proposal or marriage. But I do feel like you're definitely just moving forward towards happiness. So it's good. This is really nice. And what you need, the situation, this is a situation. The Hangman is here for the situation. One more card. Wow. Okay, so you've been in your mind a lot. You know, they want you to really look at everything that's been going on in your life. Or at least take a step back and look at things differently. And leave the past, you know, surrender the past, because I feel like, you know, you still hold on to a lot. You have a lot of regrets. You feel, you know, sometimes you feel down, sometimes you feel alone, sometimes you feel disappointed, you know, down, you know, you're not looking up to see anything that's going on around you. You're just still staying in this mode. And that's the situation right now that's going on with you. And you really need to start paying attention, because there are opportunities. There is victory and there is success here. But if you would just look up right here, you're too focused on, you're kind of focused too much on the letdowns, on the decisions you've made in the past, and the things that have come into your life, and, you know, everything went wrong and how it went wrong and stuff like that. And you really need to leave that. Okay. Try your best to leave that. Look at things differently. You have the Ace of Cups, you know, the Ace of Cups is talking about, you know, being very creative, you know, your cup overflowing, you know, could be a new person coming in also, but there is definitely this new beginning here, because it's right next to the World card. So it's like, you know, hey, use this chapter for something different. Rise up from the past and, you know, go forward and stop, you know, lingering around in the past. You need to leave the past behind and let it go. You know, what we've done in the past is no longer there, so we just need to move on from it. Okay? As hard as it is, really try your best to move forward. The But no matter what, you are going to. You do have the Four of Swords, and I do believe it's now. I do feel like you need to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. You know, you work very hard for what you create, for what you do, for your finances. And you really need to pay attention, okay? Really start paying attention to the things that you're doing. Really rest when you need to. You know, take care of yourself, your mind and your soul, okay? Physically and mentally, you really need to take care of that. You're leaving a lot of stuff behind, like I said. You know, the end of the card, I have to go back and look at it because it is the Six of Swords, and this card is like where you're going to stand, and this is where you're going to leave a lot of stuff behind. You have 666 on the ground right now, so really look at that number. That is an angel number, and it's really a good number. It's not the demon number or nothing like that. It's just, it's a good number. It's balanced. It's really good. Okay. And then you have the King of Pentacles for what's hidden. Why is the King of Pentacles here for what's hidden on the card? All right, so you do have the King of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Six of Cups. So with the King of Pentacles, I do feel like, you know, you are definitely trying to establish that strong foundation. You know, you really want that. You really want to try to establish yourself. You want that strong foundation. You know who you are. You're going to be able to make wise decisions. You know, you're going to be able to handle anything that comes your way, especially your finances. They're asking you to really balance your finances also, okay? Really try to keep everything balanced. And that means your finances, your work, your home, yourself. Try to keep everything balanced. Your emotions, the way you're doing things. You know, also take care of yourself. It's a big given here. And have patience for everything, you know. Try to have patience for, you know, doing the things that you're doing. You know, try to keep everything balanced and have patience for everything. You are on the right path. You are where you're supposed to be. I feel like you're very divinely guided also. And also feel with the Six of Cups that you're still being very nostalgic, you know, because you have this card here. Also feel like you're going through this healing because you are going through a transformation right now. You know, and a lot of things are coming up to the surface, you know, but let them come up. Feel your emotions, you know, so that way, you know, new things can come in, because that's like your body's releasing a lot. It's changing a lot because it doesn't want to be the same way anymore. So really take that into mind, okay? Leave the past. Really leave the past, you guys. It's okay to be nostalgic. It's okay to look at to remember good times and stuff like that, but it's not good to stay there, okay? And for some reason I feel like you're staying there more than you should. Okay, try to take walks when you're in that mode. Try to take walks, exercise, you know, do something different when you're like stuck there. Okay, you do have the Knight of Wands here, and why is the Knight of Wands here for Taurus? One more card. Wow. Wow, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So there's a lot of things going on in your life here. So with the Knight of Wands, like I said, you know, try not to rush into anything. You know, don't be impulsive. Don't just go and run and do things. You know, because you're so excited or adventurous. You know, you want to try new things. Really, it's okay to be like that. Yes, it is. But like I'm talking about, like, you know, signing contracts, you know, doing things on a whim. You know, really be careful in what you're doing. There is change coming in, so be ready. Embrace anything that comes in, especially that change. Just let it come in. Go with the flow, and don't try to control it or stop it. You do have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is saying that you need to really speak your truth, have better communication, and, you know, I also feel like there is a wow. I also feel like there's like a trust that you don't trust too many around you. There's somebody here that you don't trust. So just be careful on that also. Okay. But I feel like you need to speak your truth about things, you know, because you are changing. You're becoming more confident of yourself. So it's good. You are going to have a lot of financial opportunities around you. I feel like you're going to be learning something new, and I feel like there's going to be messages coming in for you, like unexpected messages. So that's really nice also. I feel like you just need to, you're going in a new direction here. And I feel like even though you don't know where it's heading, I feel like just to keep your faith and have optimism about where you're heading to. Okay, like don't give up, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunities here, especially with the Page of Pentacles, because there's like something about a new trade, new skill that you could be learning, but definitely some kind of messages coming through. So it's nice. I like this a lot. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's see. Really focus on what you're trying to create also. Okay. Oh, sorry. Really try to focus on what you're trying to create, and also feel like I said, you know, learning something new. All right, so you do have the Death card here and what you need to do now, Taurus. And why is the Death card here for Taurus? One more card. Wow. That's crazy. All right, so you have the Page of Swords again. So there is definitely some kind of truth here that you definitely need to see or say, okay? Because you do have the Devil card, okay? You need to look at things very clearly, very different now, okay? You have the Death card. You're going through a big, huge transformation. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing the wrong card. Here we go. Let's do this one. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to take these anyways because they came out. Okay, so you have the Death card here, right? So you are definitely changing. You're changing within you, around you. Things are ending, coming to an end. You're not dealing with a lot of stuff that you used to, because you are changing within you. So remember that. It's like a rebirth, okay? But you do have the Devil card here. The Devil card is saying that at times, there could be times that you feel like you're trapped or you can't move forward. There are times that, you know, sometimes you go back to the same habit. Sometimes you go back to the same patterns that you used to do. Try your best to leave that, okay? Because either way you will, but it's going to be hard for you if you continue to keep doing it the way you're doing it, okay? Because no matter what, you're going to go through this transformation, and that's a lot of change that's coming in. Okay, so they're asking you to really, really try not to go back on that, because these things are going to change. You know, regardless if you want them to change or not, they will, because you're going through that huge transformation. You do have the Page of Swords, like I said, and the Page of Swords is talking about, you know, seeing the truth in things, you know, speaking your truth, seeing the truth, having better communication, having new ideas. You will have all that, you know, but you need to start speaking your truth about things. You know, you hold back a lot for some reason. It's like, you know, you can be adventurous, you can be very confident about things, but one thing that you don't do is speak your truth. And there's something here that you need to do, is speak your truth about how you feel, what you're doing. Something like that is here. So I really would speak my truth if I were you. Okay, because it's like it's gonna stay, you know, because so many things are changing. You're gonna end up speaking your truth no matter what, you know, like it's gonna come down to that, you know. So I would just come clean or speak your truth about things, like how you're feeling, what you're doing, you know. Oh wow. All right, so then you have the Six of Wands here. And why is the Six of Wands here for what you need to work on for Taurus? One more card. Yeah, so you know, there is victory and success here. You know, you have it. People are watching you. They look up to you. They recognize all your efforts, all your hard work that you've been doing. Definitely a lot of victory and success. But you're very disconnected. You know, you're not looking at things around you. You're not seeing all these opportunities, all these things that are around. You know, you're here, but you're like this Five of Cups, except the Four Cups. The Four Cups is saying, you know, you're just looking at other things, you know, not even caring about anything that's there. You know, you're just looking at all these Three Cups that are down on the ground, but there's this opportunity right here, handing to you, that you're not seeing, that you're not paying attention to. They're saying that you're very disconnected right now. And you need to really start focusing on things, okay? Really need to do that. You have the Two of Swords, and you're at a crossroads right now, contemplating which path you're on. You may not see where you're going. You may not see the path open right now, but it's going to open very, very, very soon, because you have all these cards here, and it's change. There's a lot of change that's going to come in for you, so be ready. But you are definitely just making a decision on things. But focus. You need to start focusing on things. You need to start resting. You need to start taking care of things. You need to start changing things, the way you're doing things. You know, the devil card doesn't come out because it just wants to say hello. It comes out because there's something there that is making you stay in the same place, and something that you need to change. Okay, so really know that. There is a decision that you need to work on, that you're contemplating. And then you have the Six of Cups down here. And why is the Six of Cups for the outcome? Wow, one more card. All right, so yeah, oh look, and then you have this at the end of the deck, you have this card. So that's crazy. Okay, so and the cards at the end of the deck, they mean a lot too. So that's why I always look at them. All right, so you have the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups is saying that, you know, you are going through this healing. You are, you know, things have ended. There's something that's going to end. It's going to come to an end. Whether it's going to be heartbreaking, whether it's going to be, you know, cut an open wound open, whatever it is, something is going to come to an end. So expect it. Okay. It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be a relationship, could be a career, could be a grief. It could be anything. Something is coming to an end. So just expect it. Okay. You are going through a healing. You're being very nostalgic, thinking about people, thinking about the past. You know, it's okay, but, you know, really stay there for a second and then come right back. Okay. Because you need to not be there, because you're very disconnected and you don't need to be thinking about the past. You need to let go of it. So you do have the Ten of Swords, and remember the Ten of Swords is going to turn into a new cycle, a new beginning. So it's here, but there's something here that's going to come to an end first. So know that. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Everything's going to pay off. You know, all your efforts, everything's going to come in. But just let it come in on its own. All these changes, let it come in. Don't try to, you know, bring it in earlier, or you know, pace yourself back and forth, when is it, you know, stuff like that. It's not going to happen that way. It's in divine timing. Okay, so just remember that. Have patience. Let everything just come in on its own. Wow. So Taurus, there's a lot here. Really take care of yourself. Okay, really take care of your mind, your body. Rest, have patience, take it easy. You know, you're really try to focus on things. Okay, don't stay in that Five of Cups and that Three and that Four of Cups. Okay, really start focusing on things, because you're going through a lot. All right, so things are going to change. So Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. God bless.